welcome back. You're watching Arise and Shine, and we're happy to have you here with us this morning. Our next guest describes herself as a self-esteem Sherpa with a burning desire to help other women turn their inner critics into inner cheerleaders. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah.
Candace Harper, life coach for the single city girl, is here to tell us how to avoid extra pain after a breakup. Welcome, Candace. This is something that we're so excited about, obviously. So first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and your website, candysays.com.
Okay, so candysays.com, it's spelled candy like the candy you eat, and then it's S-E-Z, which stands for Self-Esteem Zen.
Oh, I like
so,
that.
Right? It's about Self-Esteem Zen for the single city girl. And what I basically write, I kind of call it a Trojan horse because it sounds like it's just for single women, but I basically write about life strategy and how you can sort of have good self-care and just, you know, have a happy life and be able to sort of navigate through, you know.
So how is it that you decided, I'm going to be a life coach?
It's weird. It was a strange trajectory because I actually used to be an art director for television.
Wow.
And I considered that my day job. I always knew that there was something else. I didn't know what it was. But I did a lot of transformational work, a lot of spiritual work on the side. And then I got laid off from my last day job, which was at the Wendy Williams show. And I said, you know what? This is it.
Tell me about it.
Right.
Tell me about it.
I was like, this is it. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent, but,
yeah,
you know, it's
that's
time
when
for me
you
to
find
that
yourself
thing.
when you're in those moments
Absolutely.
where you have to find yourself.
Exactly.
But okay, so let's get down to it because me and Rain are so excited about this. Tell us about ways that women have been hurt online by their exes.
Well, here's the thing. It's one of those things that it's like self-abuse. Because what we do as women, we're investigators. Whether we're with someone or not, we want to look for things, we want to find things. And, you know, they say, if you're looking for it, you're
going to find it.
Exactly. Right. So we get hurt because we're looking to see, you know, we've broken up. So what's he doing?
Right.
Where is he at? What's he saying? And that's, you know,
I made it a rule during this because I just broke up with someone. So I made it a rule after friends telling me what's being posted and what's being said to block everything and just, I don't want to hear about it.
But it's still
I'm a comedian, so I'm going to come back like hard.
Right.
You know, like, oh, well,
so
you
hard.
said.
It's so hard to block things, right,
Absolutely.
Rain? Because then your friends are still telling you what they're doing online.
Yeah.
Have you had any of your own personal experiences with this?
Well, I'll tell you, luckily, I've been lucky because it's not been with dating, but with work. You know, I did get into trouble years ago when Facebook was kind of new, where I would post my opinions, and that was enough of a lesson because I found out my boss was reading it, and then it would sort of come back on me a little bit. So, you know, I realized when I got into my, you know, the depth of my single life, I was like, you know what, I'm going to be really discreet.
It's hard
about
though,
everything.
right?
It is. It's hard. Because here's the thing, too. Because it's Facebook, it's sort of like the newsletter of your life. You want to be able to make positive announcements. You want to share everything. Oh, I just had a great date. I just had this. But you know what? Ultimately, it's like you really want to hold it close until it's
real.
Exactly.
Until it has like that. Until you breathe life into like I have a relationship.
Exactly.
Well, that's why, you know, it's funny because when people put in a relationship on Facebook, it's like this public relations announcement. It's this huge thing.
I think
and you get a lot of likes.
In a way, I think in a way it's to let other people know, like, back off now. Like, don't try to inbox me. Don't try to, at least that's why I do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no.
Yeah, it's like, don't inbox me. I'm a taken woman. I don't need to know the late night texts. Need to stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is all the more reason why you want to really be taken.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Because you don't want it to be on the boundary of, am I really in a relationship or am I not?
If I stop posting, oh, I'm excited for you on Facebook, you know the relationship's over on my page. My friends are like, you haven't mentioned so-and-so in a while. I'm like, yeah, he's gone.
He's out here.
So how is it that what we can take from this? Like, how do you separate the whole social media and the relationship thing? Like, what's the best advice you can give us on
Well, I would say while you're in the relationship, only announce things that are sort of, you know, the big milestones of your relationship. If you're going to get engaged, if you're going to have a baby, things like that.
Right.
If the relationship breaks up, it's just, it's the practice the practice of restraint. Like, you really have to stop yourself from responding to negativity.
Right.
You know, you have to be willing to block, unfollow if you have to. And even if it's people who are the peripheral people that you've gotten, if you've gotten close to them, let's say it's your ex's sister and you're actually friends with her, you can say to her, look, we can be in touch on the phone or text, but I don't want to be talking about the relationship online. And I don't want to, you know, I don't want posting about it. And if she continues, you unfollow her. her.
Right.
You have to, it's all about self-preservation after
But it's
breakup.
also subtle things, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
you can go on a ranting spree about your ex, or you could just do little things like posting yourself being really happy or being with other guys. Or...
You can do that, but you have to do that knowing what your true intention is. If your true intention is to either get a response or make them jealous, you're not going to feel good about that ultimately.
No, you don't. It
No.
like sits all crumbly
It feels
inside,
gross,
right?
And you know
right?
why
Afterwards.
you're doing it. You
Exactly.
know, you put a nice picture of yourself, and then deep down inside, you're sitting there being like, oh, I hope they saw that.
I hope he sees it.
Yeah, I hope they
Exactly.
saw it.
But if you're doing it, if you've blocked him and you're doing it because you are truly happy, and even if you haven't blocked him, if you're truly happy, it's, you know, it's about intention, and you won't care whether he responds to it or not.
So would you say the best way is to block them?
The best way is to block them. It is.
Wow.
I mean, you know, I think that
so
like
block,
ripping a
be
Band-Aid
careful
off.
what you say.
Exactly.
Separate the issues. Announce only the big milestones.
Yes.
And from that, we'll gain self-esteem and self-respect, and we'll find another.
Exactly. And positive intention will always get you the good result. And positive intention is anything that is self-care. If it's about trying to send someone else a message or let them know something or make them jealous, it's never going to come back.
It's never going to work, right? It comes back
I think she needs to stay with us. I think so too. Can we just have you be our life coach?
Yeah, thank you so much, Candace, for being here.
My pleasure.
I wish I'd known this way before, but anyway. But I'm ready now. I really am. So.